folks? It's Jared and Bob here with Eric again, making another appearance, coming up close on being the unofficial third chair.
I know this is nonstop now. It's
Yeah.
weekly appearance.
So I told you too before, and so we are talking about this in real time, but like the people that listen to the show and watch the show won't figure this out until like these episodes start coming out. But this is like the fourth episode that we've recorded in like 3 days. So we're literally like, I don't, we got to like find something to talk about. Like we need like more people to come on. I originally asked like 2 other people, see if I could get like a mega episode, and they both bailed. So
is someone's gonna pop in then?
Potentially. I mean, it could be Spencer.
I'd like his thoughts on the divorce rate of porn stars.
Yeah. Yeah. So he wanted us to get on with him tonight. Because he's interviewing some like cyber hacker. Oh, the guy he told us about when he was on the show.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
He's like, yeah, Rob, his co-host, like can't make it or whatever. He's like, are you and Bob available at like 9:00? And I was like, nope. We'll probably just be wrapping up ours, and I'll be going to bed within the half hour after that.
I was say, so does that mean we got to be done by 9 before he fucking logs in?
Yeah, or not. Maybe we can have a fun way to end it.
Does he use the same room link?
Yeah.
Oh,
so we split it a while ago because I had a license for Zoom with my old job because they paid for it. I was like one of the very few people that got one at Compass. But then when I left, I obviously lost the license. So the license, I think, was like it's either 125 or $150. I forget what it was, for a year, I think. And so Spencer was also doing starting his podcast. So I was like, hey, why don't we just split the cost and share a Zoom thing? So I had to create a whole new email called Sarcastic Reality that was just a blend between us and him. And then, so it's an email that exists that no one uses. Like I use it sometimes when you have if you get to sign up for something like a bullshit email, they're like, oh yeah, it's like, fuck it. It's like, remember back in the day, you used to use dodgeit.com. Did you ever use that website?
No.
Oh, no. Dude, it was great. It was, you could literally the whole reason, I don't know why it went away, but the whole purpose of the website was to exist as a bullshit spam collection thing. So you could make up anything at dodgeit.com. So me and my buddy Dave, because we were fucking geniuses when we were kids, we liked the idea of tiles. So for the longest time, him and I, anytime you had to sign up for like one of those bullshit email things, like enter your email to sign up for this or whatever, we used tiles, like the tile on the floor. So tiles at dodgeit.com was like the go-to email for all that shit. And you could log in. You could go to dodgeit.com and you can type in whatever like your thing that you used before, and you could see the inbox. So you could see all the crazy shit that was on there. But I mean, like I said, the website doesn't exist anymore. But
does that email still work?
I don't think so. I used it. I tried to use it in college once, and it got kicked back as a fake email.
I'm such a sucker because I sign up for like everything.
Yeah.
So I constantly have like 30,000 unread emails.
Oh yeah. Like every, I don't know, maybe like 2 to 3 months, I'll go through like my inbox or my emails and like start unsubscribing from like random shit. Yeah. Like I used to be a subscriber to The Athletic, the sports journal. But when I originally subscribed, it was because they were running a promo where it was like $20 for the entire year. Oh, wow. So then when it came to like re-up and they wanted like 120 or whatever the fuck it was, I was like, yeah, no thanks. But I still get the emails. And like, it's dumb shit like that it accumulates in your inbox, right? Like you don't check your email for like 6 hours and you have like 47
ridiculous.
emails.
Yep.
So occasionally when I get fed up with that bullshit, like I'll go through and like unsubscribe from like all those stupid fucking things that I bought over the years. But
Like I open my email now, just scrolling through it. Eastern Mountain Sports. I don't know if I've ever shopped there in my life. Why is that in my email? Nike, Twitter, Touch of Modern, J. Crew, Domino's, Victoria's Secret, Tilly's,
Tilly's.
Titleist.
Well,
That's
that's
awesome.
that's always important.
Yeah.
And then like credit cards and shit. But it's like Smile Direct Club. I've never signed up for Smile Direct Club.
Yeah.
How was my email in their registry?
It's like one of those random things where it's like you sign up for one thing and you happen to check the box that it's like you allow us to share your information with third parties. Then all of a sudden you get
people sell their list, whatever.
you get emails from Smile Direct Club. So also that would give me the worst anxiety. I'm a psycho when it comes to emails, and I like to have a clean inbox.
Yeah.
So like very rarely do I have 0, but like I usually have like less than 5. Cause like sometimes like if I get a bill that gets emailed to me, like I'll leave it in my inbox as like a reminder to pay it. And then once I pay it, I'll like file it. Cause I also have files all through my fucking email and all that shit. Cause like I said, I'm a fucking psycho when it comes to that shit, but I do try and keep it like low. So when it gets to be like, 10, 20, 30 plus emails, I'm like, oh man, this is freaking me out. Yeah, I forget how we even got on that. Talking about Spencer somehow.
Yeah, because he's gonna storm in later at the end.
Oh yeah, potentially at 9:00 with his cyber hacker. So, like I said, I invited him on here, and he's just didn't respond. So
Yeah, of course he didn't.
It's his favorite thing. He tried to tell me I was scared. He was like, "Oh, you don't want to talk to the cyber guy because you're scared?" And I was like, "No, I don't want to talk to the cyber guy because I'm going to be recording for like an hour before that, and then I want to go to bed. I got to go to. I have to be in Cambridge at fucking 9:30, I think tomorrow, 9:00, 9:30. So we all know how awesome the commute from fucking anywhere into Cambridge is.
At least you get to go to Cambridge. Cambridge is awesome.
Yeah, Cambridge is the best place ever. Right over by MIT too.
Oh, Kendall Square. Let's go.
Yeah. Ish, kind of.
Well, MIT is in Kendall Square.
Yeah. Well, I said near MIT.
No, you said exactly at MIT.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Good luck driving there. Today was the worst it's been in a while.
You know what I noticed is, because sometimes I get bored when I drive in the car and I think about dumb shit, is I've noticed that traffic on Tuesdays and Thursdays are fucking terrible. And I think what that is like this new like post-COVID like hybrid world. Like people just don't work. Well, not that they don't work, but people don't go into the office on Mondays and Fridays.
Yeah.
So like they only go into the office on like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Because I've noticed that Mondays and Fridays, like traffic really isn't that bad, which is weird because for all of eternity, Friday traffic has been the worst fucking thing ever. Now I'm sure it'll suck once the summertime rolls around, because especially, if I'm trying to get from anywhere north to my house going south, people are going to be going south to like either go to the beach at like either get to the Cape or like Narragansett or, Newport or anything like that. So I'm sure the summertime Friday traffic is going to suck. But like I said, Mondays and Fridays so far, traffic has been a breeze. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday that the traffic has fucking sucked. And I have noticed Tuesday is the worst day of the week. Because I think that's got to be like all the hybrid assholes, like just go into work on Tuesday.
Yeah, no one works Monday because either A, they're banging out sick from the weekend,
Yeah.
or B, they're on the hybrid.
Yeah.
Then Tuesday rolls around. Here comes everybody burying the roads. Wednesday dies down. I think you're right. I think they do off on or off on, off on, off. Yeah. So
Yeah.
2 days. Stupid. Go to work full time. You're gonna work.
Nope. People are more productive at home. We went over that on whatever episode's coming out.
Yeah.
Maybe it came out, maybe it
If
didn't.
I
don't
have to
even
go
know.
to work, I want everybody to go to work. No, I do envy the people who get to stay home. That's awesome. You know how much
Yeah,
money?
I mean,
I have a truck. I would save so much fucking money just on gas.
yeah. I mean, I am one of the hybrid assholes, but I also don't have an office. Like I don't
really?
have like a physical office for my job. Like we use our client spaces as offices. So I guess like I said, technically I am hybrid, but like some weeks I'm out like Monday through Friday. I'm, in an office. And some days like I'm only in an office 2 days a week. So it all depends.
It's tough in like my industry. I'm in manufacturing, so I kind of have to be there.
Right. Yeah.
Like physically we have to make it. But
yeah. You mean you have to be there to make stuff?
Yeah. I do envy it though. Someday, maybe I'll switch to sales.
Sales sucks.
Depends on what you're selling.
Yeah, that's true too.
If you're trying to sell like fucking vacuum cleaners door to door, then it's fucking brutal.
Yeah.
We had a client, and
what do you sell?
I own a gym.
Oh, the golf.
I do some golf stuff.
I thought I saw something on Instagram.
Personally, Instagram, yeah. So my Instagram account's catered to golfers. I train golfers one-on-one, and I train them online or like remote.
Yeah.
But otherwise I train athletes 8 and up. And then we have an adult program too. So, but we had a client, and her friend like texted her and was like, "Hey, just want to let you know I gave your info to someone. They're going to come by and clean your rugs for free." And she calls the person up right away and goes, "What the fuck is the catch?" And it's like a timeshare meeting, like, "Hey, like come for free." And it's like, but here's the sales pitch. So what it was this like diesel fucking vacuum cleaner. Goes in, and it's like, "What's the catch?" It's like, "You just got to listen to me for like 20 minutes. And it's like, he goes, "We clean your rugs. You just got to listen to me for, again, like 20 minutes. This is like, I show you how clean these things can get your rugs, and then I try to sell you the vacuum." And it's like, "Oh, okay." And like, of course, what they do too is like, they go to one spot in a rug and like, "Wow, look how dirty your rug is. Like, you're a fucking disgusting beast." And it's like, fuck. And then, they clean the fuck out of the rug, and then it's like, "Oh yeah, so we got this vacuum. If you want it, like we can order you one, and it's $2,000." And it's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, cool. No." And then it's like, I like looked at her. I go, you didn't tell the guy you were coming here, did you? Like, do not fucking bring me a $2,000 fucking vacuum salesman that I don't want." So that is a lot harder of a sales job compared to someone I know that sells packaging for food products. So all food that gets packaged, he has a packaging solution for that. So yes, he needs to maintain the relationships with clients and make sure he's doing his job, but it's a much easier sell because the food distributors need to distribute their food in packaging. That's not that bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess also like selling cars isn't that bad.
It's not that good either though.
Yeah. But I mean, typically when someone shows up at a car dealership, it's because they're there because they want to buy a car. It's not like you're trying to like cold call people and be like, "Hey, do you want to buy a car?"
Yeah. So, but the way they get paid and their structure, they get fucking dicked around. So that's why that industry is
I mean, a lot of sales jobs you get dicked around with pay and structure and things like that. But
I know, but cars seem especially bad where it's like it's socially acceptable where it's like, hey, we're gonna give you a bunch of money as your salary. But if you don't sell enough cars, you need to give us that salary back. And it's like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
huh? And then it's like, yeah, well, we know we said 20, but you didn't sell 23. So, you owe us on the drawer. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like we had some guy come to us at one point before we owned it. And he's like, oh, well, we're going to do a draw. I'm like, what the fuck is a draw? And it's like, oh, you got to sell $10,000 worth of memberships over a time period. I go, all right, $10,000 worth of memberships. I'm like, you want those in 6 months? So I'm like, well, what about a year-long contract? Does that count? Or what is that? He goes, yep, no, that counts for your 6 months ago. All right, man. What happens if I don't sell my 10 grand? It's like, oh, well, we just don't really have anything for you right now. I go, hey, man, I'm asking you fucking point blank. Then why would I sell anything?
Yeah.
If there's no penalty.
No kidding.
It's like, oh, well, we're trying a new program, whatever. And then lo and behold, 6 months later, he fucking asked us if we wanted to buy it. So sign of things to come.
Yeah. 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 That was like LA Fitness when I worked there for 37 minutes. It was like, oh yeah, your base salary is, I don't know, how does 32 cents sound? And then you're going to make all this money off of everything that you sell. But when you come in for the interview, we're going to tell you that it's a developmental position and that you're going to work very closely with the personal trainers and you're going to be a managerial role.
Nope. Headhunter.
Yep. Nope. Literally just a headhunter. Oh, why didn't you close those people? I don't know, dude. They didn't want a membership. Well, you can't let them walk away. They didn't want what we're selling. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, it's on you. You didn't sell properly.
Yeah, literally, that's what they said. They were like, well, you didn't close effectively. I'm like, all right.
Game them into wanting a membership.
Yeah. Listen, fatty, you need to sign up for this fucking membership. If you don't, you're probably going to die of a heart attack.
Well, I would say, especially like obviously I know that industry is fucking sucks. Cause it's like, oh, well, why'd they walk away? It's like, you didn't close them. It's like, yeah, well, did you fucking pre-qualify these people whatsoever? Like, Do you have any idea if they're willing to even pay the rates or commute to this place?
They want to
where are they from?
Not
have they ever been to a gym before?
Right.
Like,
right.
What are they looking for? Did you do any of that? Or did you just fucking give me someone cold?
Not to mention the gym, the LA Fitness that I was at was in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, which, I mean, if I had to guess, and
I'll just go ahead and say it. Pawtucket's a shithole. I drove through it to get to Wannamois at one time.
Well, yeah, no, I was going to say if I had to guess
shithole,
the median income in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, I would say somewhere between 40 and 50,000 a year.
It's definitely not high.
Yeah, it's not
right
high.
By where I work. I work on the line.
Oh,
yeah. So gross. You want me to sell a $600 a month package to someone that probably makes $40,000 a year?
Yeah, that math works out.
Okay. Why'd you let them walk away? Because they can't afford it.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? You fucking idiots.
No, so, that's the crazy part about the fitness industry. You have people that just straight do sales, and it's like, fuck me, you better be fucking really fucking good at what you do, because and you got to almost like work for yourself. Like, you can't have anyone like over your neck and like, oh, well, you had 5 meetings today. It's like, yeah, but you sent me 5 fucking shit bags. Like,
right.
I wouldn't have even sat down with these people if I had a fucking conversation with them beforehand.
Right. And like the guy that was above me was like, oh, dude, this is the easiest job in the world. It's the easiest job in the world. And I'm like, is it really? Is it really the easiest job in the world?
Don't think so.
Yeah. So, like I said, that's why I quit after 48 hours. And also the trainers that were there were absolute dog shit. And I didn't get to do any training. Like you want to talk about like bait and switch? Like what they did to me was like the textbook definition of bait and switch. Like they told me that it was a developmental role, like working with personal trainers, and that I wouldn't have any of my own particular clients, but I would do like a decent amount of personal training to cover for trainers and stuff like that. No, literally, I showed up. They're like, your job is to just sell, and you only get paid for things that you sell. Oh, cool. Do I get like paid for like doing these training sessions? No, you only get paid for memberships that you sell. That you're not a trainer, so we don't pay you to personal train people. You just get your normal hourly rate, but you get a percentage of that person's package if you sell them on it.
Yeah, like, great.
Yeah.
All right. So this job is literally nothing what you guys told me. I got it. Okay. You're pieces of shit. I got it. All right, cool. I'm on.
I mean, just look at who they hire some of these gyms for their personal trainers, you know?
Yeah.
It's awful.
It's what I see even at my gym's not that bad because I think it's pretty corporate, but I mean, some of the people they hire and the things that they have their clients doing.
Oh yeah.
It's like, why? Like, this person weighs 320 pounds. They don't have to be doing
single leg Bosu ball squats.
Yeah.
Yeah. like
let's spend
no one in
on the treadmill.
Pop.
Let's spend a couple months on the elliptical. Let's not go right into bodybuilding at 330 pounds. You know, let's develop a little bit of a base here.
Yeah. No one in Gen Pop needs to touch a Bosu ball. Like, get the fuck out of here.
No.
I want to fucking cut the one we have right in half.
Yeah.
But I want to do it in front of everyone.
No, you need it for stability training.
I fucking hate
the
that
fuck
thing.
out of here.
I fucking hate that thing.
I hate Bosu balls more than anything in the world.
I mean, they have more uses than I give them credit for, but
yeah.
I did abs on a Bosu ball like 2 weeks ago. It's pretty good.
That's an actual legitimate function of the Bosu ball.
Yep.
Rehab. Good back stretch.
Yeah, rehab.
Lean over.
Yeah.
T-spine extensions.
It was nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing golf. I'm gonna swing golf clubs on the Bosu though.
Yep.
That'll make me better.
Yeah.
Squat on the Bosu.
Yeah, you got to squat on the Bosu ball.
Yeah, barbell back squat on a Bosu
you got to really make sure you activate your core. As if holding a loaded barbell on your shoulders isn't enough activation of your core already. Like, no, you got to stand on a boat. How else are you going to activate your core? I don't know. Squat actual weight.
Or how about you don't use a belt?
Yeah. Don't use a belt. Take the belt off.
I love watching people. I mean, granted, okay, is it secure? Sense of security? Sure. Does it help? Of course. Does it save your back a little bit? Maybe. But if you got a plate 135 or 185 or even 225, and you're strapping up your back with the belt, wrapping your knees with those knee wraps, there's no real need, man. Like, you want to activate your core. I love that too. A lot of the guys who use belts all the time, they'll have like not a stitch of an ab because of how how much the core relies on that belt. It's just like, enough, too much. You're not Hulk Hogan. You don't need the belt.
I always tell our kid, I always give him some absurd number. Like, well, when can I use a belt? I go, well, let's start with front squatting your body weight for 8s.
Yeah.
And then when they get there, I'm like, oh yeah, we don't use belts for front squats. That's dumb. So what the hell? What the fuck?
Like 5 or 6 years ago, I don't go this heavy anymore, but I was trying to get 505 on the squat, right? And I've never used a belt. So I've worked my way all the way up there, no belt. So my buddy at the gym at the time was like, yeah, wear the belt, be better for you. Completely ruined it. Almost fell. Took the belt off. 1 set later was fine. But I'm like, Jesus Christ, I don't know how people use this thing.
Well, never mind too, like, you're going to have people, which it could have been you, but there's also people that use belts frequently that are just assholes that don't know how to do it, and they pull it too tight, and then it doesn't do anything. All it does is hurt you because now it's too tight. Like, now you're not getting anything. Like, people think that the belt is supposed to be worn almost like a belt that's trying to keep your pants up. And it's like, well, one, it doesn't go around your waist. It goes around like your diaphragm almost. Like, it should be like belly button-ish area. And like, you should be able to get your fingers in between the belt and your stomach. Like it's just there for like slight haptic feedback. Like you don't you don't like crank the fucking thing down, which I always think is hilarious watching people put belts on, because that's what they like crank it fucking down and they're like it's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like you're just gonna
you couldn't fit a piece of paper on that.
You need a partner to get it on and off.
Yeah. Oh, that's
literally
the best part.
Yep.
Yeah, when you watch the people, they have someone else tighten their belt for them and they suck in too. They're like,
one more set of holes.
Pull it real tight. And it's like, I don't think you understand what the belt is for.
My favorite part is when they then don't pick the bar up. It's like they're still standing there. It's like, bro, you're going to fucking black out. Like fucking do the exercise.
Yeah, please, quickly.
Like, if you need the belt that bad, fucking pick the bar up.
Yeah. And then they wonder why they black out at like the top of a deadlift or something like that. And it's like,
that's one of my favorite things when someone does a deadlift, they like celebrate and then like fall fucking on their face.
Oh man, I've seen some fucked up falls too in weightlifting. Like when someone cleans the barbell and they got like 250 to 300 pounds, like sitting in like a front rack position. Yeah. And they're like trying to get ready. They're like trying to take their time between the clean and the jerk. And they're like, okay, there, you can tell like they're in their head, they're trying to jazz it up. And then all of a sudden they just like freeze. And then you just see like the lights go out and then like down goes Frazier. Like I've seen some people crack the back of their heads off of a fucking platform to the point where it's like, ooh, that's a decent concussion. That's not like I bumped my head off of something like because I'm an idiot or like I walked into something. Like that's a legitimate concussion. Like if you went to like a neurospecialist, they would clearly diagnose you with a concussion. You fucking cracked the back of your head off the ground. One time a dude blacked out at the top of a clean and fell backwards and the weight went back and it put like a giant fucking hole in the wall behind him. Because the weight, like the whole barbell just fell backwards, like it went over his face and just scooted into the wall. And then like the plates, you have like an 18-inch or 24-inch hole in the wall from where the plates just crashed into it. And that was a bad one. That was one where like the guy didn't get up right away. It like took like, it probably took like 7 to 10 seconds, which you think about like isn't a long time, but like when someone passes out,
I would say, but when you think someone's dead on the ground, it's 7-ish seconds is like, he might actually be dead.
There was like people like ran on the platform to like try and help him or whatever. And he obviously ended up being okay, but definitely concussed. But yeah, I've seen some fucked up shit happen with people with belts and weightlifting and heavy weights, and it's fucking, it happens. I mean, especially like these people weren't that stupid. Like, you have the idiots that pass out doing deadlifts in the gym because they're just idiots, but it can happen if you even know what you're doing. So
it's half my Instagram feed. Gym injuries.
Yeah. What was that? Gym Fail Nation was a big one I used to follow back in the day.
Yep.
It was like assholes. It was that guy in like a squat cage with all the bands everywhere. And he's like bouncing in the cage, like connected to like 16 different bands.
Wait, have you seen the kid on Instagram now who I think he's in his garage and he's squatting and deadlifting on the skateboard?
No.
He's got like 1,000 chains on him, bands, bars, plates, and he's squatting on a skateboard. And he's pulling something up with his teeth as well.
There we go.
What could go wrong?
That's just good training.
Yeah.
Probably a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, just progressive overload,
Yeah. What doesn't challenge you doesn't change you.
Yeah. Work harder.
Not smarter.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So we got some news. We got some news to cover today. I think this is going to end up being next Thursday's episode, but we have some landmark news actually. We've talked about it before on the podcast, but Elon Musk has officially bought Twitter. He is now the owner of Twitter. So he's taken it private. He bought out all the shareholders at whatever $54.20 a share. I saw this one meme. I forget. I'm going to butcher the guy's name. I think it's like Parag and Gawal or whatever. Whoever the CEO of Twitter was. It was like Parag took over as CEO of Twitter in whatever October. And then 6 months later, Twitter gets bought and he makes $142 million in the deal. And it's like, but he made out pretty decent. You know what I mean? Like he never really had to deal with the bullshit of being the CEO of Twitter like Jack Dorsey did forever. He was the CEO for 6 months and then he just makes 142 million after fucking Elon buys the company. So I mean, depending on who you talk to, this is either the worst thing ever for Twitter or the best thing ever for Twitter. It seems to be that there's no middle ground. Jones has said this to us the other night, like, and I agree with him. Like, I don't think it really makes a difference. Like, I don't think the idiots like us will see a difference.
Nope.
Zero difference.
But I think in the long term, I think it is a good thing. Just for, you know, the world in general and Twitter in general. Like, I think obviously we all knew and saw that there was some weird things. Like, I know one of the times you were on with us, Eric, you were saying like, you see a lot of shit on Twitter that just makes you angry.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of like the Twitter algorithm. So like I said, I think in the long term, I think Elon is going to be good for Twitter. But like, I don't have that many followers. I don't interact with that many people. I don't tweet all the time. I'm not famous. So like, I don't think I'm really going to see much of a difference at all with Twitter.
No, and that's the case for 95% of the people, 99% of the people.
Right.
He's not going to go buy this company. Well, he already has. He's not going to buy this company. He's not going to stop you from being able to say anything you want on there. Nothing's going to change. I don't know why people are all up in arms about why a billionaire a la Jeff Bezos buying the Washington Post. They weren't all up in arms about that a few years ago. I don't get the outcry because nothing's going to change. There might be an algorithm tweak here and there, but your day-to-day usage of the app, that's not going away.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, it's the idiots. So, and in this situation, the idiots regarding this topic are the extreme left or extreme liberals, where they used to clamor, you know, cancel this person, cancel that person, you know, orange man bad or orange man tweets mean things, like cancel him, cancel that, cancel this, cancel that. And it's like, oh, you talk bad about vaccines, cancel you. And it's like, you know, this should go both ways. Like, if you get to say whatever you want, then someone should be allowed to make a differing opinion. So now what they're trying to do is fucking, it's all empty promises. But, you know, it's like, oh, I'm getting rid of Twitter because we're gonna allow people back on here and to speak freely. I guess I like, it doesn't make any damn sense. So it's like,
going to allow free speech.
Yeah, it's like, you know, as long I assume I would say I assume the same filters and warnings, like if there's hate speech and, you know, language, whatever, like that shit will still pop up and you have to hit like, yes, show me, whatever. But it's like, you know, not kicking off somebody just because you don't like what they say in fucking 280 characters or less. People, again, especially people you never fucking met. See, I found this wild thing where it's like when someone says dumb shit, I don't follow them. And I mean, like really dumb shit. Like, yeah, Ben Volin, I still follow him, even though all of his sports takes are absolute trash.
Trolling Volin.
He sucks. But it's not even trolling Volin. It's like vagina Volin. Like,
yeah, he's
just
a
such
huge
a pussy.
bitch. He's a huge bitch.
Such a pussy about everything.
I go with him all the time.
But that's the thing is like now it's almost like the old fucking wrestling faction, which my Instagram algorithm is littered with fucking WWF and WWE now. But it's like the right to censor. It's like, oh well, we're losing the right to censor. It's like you understand that like right to censor was a fucking parody in the WWE that everyone used to hate.
Oh shit, I remember that.
Yeah.
That was what, Big Boss Man?
Well, it was
Richards.
a lot of like Steve. I think even Val Venus got in on it because they wore like the suits or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was like Val Venus, Stevie Richards, the cat was her name. I'm a big wrestling guy, so
yeah. Yeah, I mean that was also the golden age for wrestling too, in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s.
What do you think Trump's first tweet's gonna be? Because you know he's gonna be back within the week.
He said he wasn't. I don't know if I believe it or not.
Oh, yeah. he is making his own thing, right?
Yeah, he has Truth Social. So he came out and said, I'm not going back on Twitter, even if Elon lets me. I'm staying on Truth. So
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, exactly. Do you follow Defiant L's? Do you know who that is on Twitter?
I don't, but I've heard of them. I just don't follow them.
It's pretty awesome. So they actually tweeted something out that what you said earlier reminded me of that. It was a screenshot of, I forget who it was, but it was Business Insider actually. So it was screenshots of tweets from Business Insider. And one of them was from like 2016 or 2017. And it said like all the great things that Jeff Bezos can do now that he's the owner of like the Washington Post or something like that. And then it's like Business Insider again, like today in 2022, where it's like all of the things that can go wrong now that billionaire Elon Musk wants to buy, a medium of speech or something like that. And it's like, dude, come on. Like you're an asshole. Like I really think Defiant L's is one of, if not my favorite account to follow on Twitter, just because they have crazy shit like that. And I think it's awesome. But that's all it is right now. It's everyone's flipping out being like, oh my God, Elon, oh, he's going to do this. And it's like, he's going to do what? He's going to allow free speech.
Yeah,
like you're upset about that.
Nothing's going to happen.
You're upset because the people you disagree with get to say what they believe in.
Like, is Elon Musk a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
So, has there ever been a U.S. citizen that wasn't allowed to buy something with their own earned money?
Well, you see,
he's allowed to.
Back in the day, we had this thing called Jim Crow.
Well,
that was a little problematic.
Yeah.
I mean, probably not that. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. But I mean, outside of that,
let's say 1968 or later.
Yeah. Let's say 80s and beyond.
In the modern era.
Modern era.
Yeah.
If someone wanted to buy a company or anything like that, that's really not really scrutinized unless it's like some sort of insider dealings or what have you.
Right.
But like I don't even remember other than the Defiant L's, because people were retweeting that Defiant L's tweet, and that's why I said that. But I don't even remember Bezos purchasing the Post because it wasn't really news.
No, because no one gave a shit.
Yeah.
Right. Also, it's a newspaper.
Yeah.
Who fucking cares about a newspaper?
If he bought it dying, he's John Henry.
But it's preposterous that like it's even a big deal, and it's like and we did this on the last episode. It'll be out, I don't know, a week from yesterday. It's like Elon Musk bad, and it's like, but why the fuck is he bad? Because he's doing the electric car thing, like that seems to be popular amongst like a liberal point of view, it's like, I mean, all the guy does is find solutions to problems. That's all. That's if you really break down what he does, that's it.
Yeah.
But it's like, but then people are like, oh, well, he undermines NASA. It's like, what do you give a shit if he undermines NASA or not? Do you work for fucking NASA? And if you do you not like your paycheck? Is it not adequate? Is it not adequate as a rocket scientist? Do you not like what you do?
Also,
Like,
there's things that Elon can do with SpaceX that NASA can't do because it's a government organization. Like
yeah,
there's a lot, there's a lot
that's
of
like a bad
bullshit
thing.
red tape that needs to get through for like NASA to do some stuff where like all SpaceX needs is Elon to say, yeah, go do it.
Actually, so I guess that would be an anti-liberal approach because they want the bigger government to handle it,
right?
And he's taking it private. So,
but he does stuff with SpaceX with the government. Like
hey, no,
they put government satellites on the SpaceX rockets when they launch them up, and then they release the government satellites. So it's like they work in conjunction with each other.
No, they don't. He's undermining NASA.
Yeah.
He's undercutting the government entity.
Yeah. News source, Twitter.
Yeah. And then like it is wild. Like the big reason why he bought Twitter is there is currently a censorship problem, and it violates like, First Amendment, whatever. And then like he goes to buy it and people are like outraged. It's like, you can't even understand like why you are the problem. Like they have no clue that like you people are fucking out of your minds. You're fucking insane. And if it was the other way around, you'd be fucking losing your shit.
Oh, your audio's out. We can't hear you.
Oops, my bad.
Yep, there it is. You're back.
No, we've been at the point now where people are mad and they don't know why they're mad.
Yeah.
Like they
like
just
they're
think
getting
they're supposed
mad
to be mad.
Yeah.
It's like,
one of my favorite ones.
Elon Musk just bought Twitter? What am I supposed to do now? It's like, I don't know, same shit you do. Like,
one of my
Sarcasm
favorite
speaks
ones,
and watch out for my fucking gambling picks.
Yeah, exactly. Was so Dan Holloway, who's one of the hosts of Drinking Bros, tweeted out and goes, because everyone on Twitter has been being like, oh, Elon Musk spent $44 billion to buy Twitter. Like, what could he have done with that money instead?
I fucking
love that.
So
did you send me one of those, Mello?
I think so.
Yeah.
So Dan Holloway tweets out and goes, if Elon Musk could have solved world hunger with $44 billion, what could Joe Biden have done with the $90 billion worth of equipment that he left in Afghanistan? And I was like, yeah, there you go. Or you could turn it around and be like, what could CNN Plus have done with the $300 million that they fucking just tanked into their app that they shut down after 30 days? Like, you can play that game with anything.
Yeah.
What would Jeff Bezos have done with the, whatever millions of dollars that he bought the Washington Post for? Like, you can play that game with anything. And like, people are just fucking assholes.
In the year 2022, you can't spend money without being criticized.
Yeah. Well, not to mention too, Elon, of all people, right? We said this, I think, on the last episode or the episode prior, so it's not out yet, but Elon Musk in 2021 paid more taxes than anybody in the country. He was the number one taxpayer. He ended up paying like 13, or it was either 11 or 13 billion dollars in taxes in 2021. So people are like, yeah, but he's not doing enough. And then prior to that too, right? So before he spent all that money in taxes, what happened? Who tweeted at him or something? I think it was the UN, right? The United Nations was like, oh yeah, you could end world hunger with just $6 billion or whatever. So what does Elon Musk do? He goes, okay, show me a list, like an itemized list of where my $6 billion would go if I gave it to you, and I'll write you the check. No one at the UN responded.
Imagine that.
Imagine that, like the United Nations called out, tried to get woke, right? And call out Elon Musk, be like, with all of your money, all you'd have to do is give us $6 billion and we could end world hunger. He goes, okay, show me where the money would go. Show me how you would use this money and I'll write you the check.
You know what the narrative is on Twitter? Because I looked up the hashtag leaving Twitter. I figured I'd get a good kick out of that. The narrative was that, well, Musk knew how much it would cost to end world hunger and he didn't do it. Well, again, the people who asked for the money didn't tell him how we'd go, where we'd go, whatever. So again, good cherry picking. People are good at cherry picking, I will say.
So then the other thing too, if you want to play the game, I'll play the game, right? If it only costs, I know I say only, but if it only costs $6 billion to end world hunger, why are you only going after Elon Musk? Because
there's plenty of people.
There's plenty of people that have over $6 billion. Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates,
1 billion from
George Soros, any of the Saudi princes, the Koch, anyone from the Koch family, like the Koch brothers, the Waltons, the people that own Walmart. Like, you go down the list, man. Like, any of these people could throw $6 billion and end world hunger, according to the UN. Like, why are you just going after Elon Musk? Because he doesn't play nice? Because he knows that you're full of shit?
6 billion doesn't do it.
Right. But he also knows that they're full of shit and he'll call them out. Like, Mark Walton, the CEO of Walmart, isn't on Twitter calling out people for their bullshit. Elon Musk is. Yeah. Bill Gates isn't on Twitter calling out people for their bullshit. He's the one propagating the bullshit because he's a massive piece of shit. And Elon Musk is calling people out, and people don't like that because he's a disruptor, right? He's disrupting the system. And when you rock the boat, people don't like that. So they're going to try and paint you as the bad guy.
According to some clown on MSNBC, which say what you will, in buying Twitter, Elon Musk can swiftly upend U.S. politics.
I saw that. Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah. Oh, this is awesome. Are you ready for this one? I saw this video clip. This could be what you're talking about. I think it was from MSNBC or CNN, one of the two. Doesn't matter. They're both jabronis. So I saw a video clip of some talking head on one of those left-wing news things, and they go, well, this is a problem now because now that Elon Musk owns Twitter, he could start banning one side of the political aisle.
Yeah, it's the same
and
thing.
Then, eventually he can silence an entire group of people just because of their political ideology. And everyone is like, are you shitting me? Because that's literally what's been happening for the last 5 years on Twitter, except the opposite of your team. Like, now that your team doesn't hold the fucking balls of Twitter, now you're like, oh no, oh man, what if he turns around and just starts banning people for their political ideologies?
I'm pretty sure that's
motherfucker. 6 weeks ago, you were out there trying to ban people for their political ideologies. It's like now, like this, the political left wing and like the extreme left, their favorite thing to do now is do dumb shit and then say that the right is going to do exactly what they're already doing, right? Like, you can go back to the not to get super down this rabbit hole, but the whole Hillary Clinton thing and the Russia gate with Trump. Hillary Clinton and it turns out Barack Obama, while he was still a sitting president, or he was a lame duck president, but still he was in office. He aided Hillary Clinton in creating a fake Russian document, a dossier that would then be used by the Clintons to say that Trump was a Russian asset. Meanwhile, who has all these business dealings with Russia? It turns out Hillary Clinton did a bunch of deals with Russia. So it's like, and now you have the people on the left banning people on Twitter, like for saying, right-wing conservative things. And now all of a sudden, Elon, who's not right-wing at all, but Elon takes control of Twitter, and they're like, well, he's going to start banning people for their political ideology. And it's like, no. Like, you guys, you're literally doing this. And now you're going to say that the other side is going to do this that you've already been doing.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you can look past the hypocrisy, which is really difficult to do, I'm pretty sure he bought Twitter to stop banning people, not to start banning people.
Yes. Yeah. I think that's an accurate statement.
Pretty sure that would be my guess.
Yeah.
But
because exactly what you said earlier is he solves problems. He saw there was a censorship problem on Twitter, so he stepped in and he's going to solve it.
Yeah, just fucking bought Twitter.
Yeah. Imagine. Too bad he's not a Red Sox fan. He should just buy the Red Sox. Solve that fucking problem.
You could have bought 15 NFL teams with the same amount of money he bought Twitter for.
That's wild. He could own half the NFL. That's insane. Wow.
Wonder if Business Insider would be upset about that.
Yeah.
And not. Or
he could probably buy the entire NFL.
Yeah, what's he worth? 180 billion?
More than that. He's over 200.
He's worth like 250.
Yeah.
Easy. I mean, the Cowboys are what, $5 billion valuation? That's the most expensive there is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's all good things for Twitter, and I think the outcry is because Mom, I didn't get my way. You know?
Yeah.
That's all it is. And there's nothing they can do now about, hey, block this guy, block this company, yada yada yada. So we'll see. I'm excited. It's gonna be funny.
If my math is correct, Elon Musk could buy 2 7/9 NFLs. The NFL is worth, the sum of the franchise is worth 91 billion. So 2 of those is 182, which leads about 70 in his net worth. 70
so
out
he
of
could
90.
buy almost every league.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he could probably buy 3 out of 4.
That's ridiculous.
That's wild.
Now, also that's his net worth. So I mean,
right? It's not like he has that
cash.
like liquid. This is not all liquid assets, but still,
you could probably get it from Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Actually, Saudi Arabia has to hate him. They have to hate him because he's doing the electric car thing.
Oh yeah, that's.
Oh, you know what though? They're probably investing in electric cars because say what you will about the Saudis. I mean, great civil rights, but or human rights, I guess, civil and human, whatever.
Yeah.
The reason they throw money around all over these places because they know one day oil ain't gonna get it done, so they better have some other shit.
Right.
So it's like how better to hedge your bets than to have this massive massive investment in electric cars and in oil.
Yeah. Well, also too, like I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I don't know about what minerals exist in the Middle East, but outside of oil, but like the batteries have to be made from something, right? So like the big thing now that people are investing in and looking further down is lithium. So because they use lithium to make batteries. So they're saying like if electric cars really are the future, well, we have to start looking at mineral mining and what other minerals can be used, like cobalt and things like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Saudis are hugely invested in like lithium mines and cobalt mines and all kinds of shit.
Want me to throw one quick stat at you?
Yeah, please.
Guess where? So 80% of the world's raw lithium comes from 3 places. One is Chile. Do you want to guess the other 2? One's a continent and a country. Australia. Anyway,
yeah.
Third. You want to guess who it is?
The UAE.
Nope. China.
All right.
So China controls more than half of the world's lithium and 3/4 of the lithium ion battery mega factories in the world.
Yeah.
China good though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's why Elon is kind of buddy with China, which like I do love Elon Musk, but like I don't love the fact that he's like super friendly with China. But that's why if they control the world's lithium, like that's obviously what he needs for his fucking company. So he's not going to piss them off.
Left side should like that.
Yeah. Yeah. The left loves China.
I love Elizabeth Warren too. This deal is dangerous for our democracy.
She's a fucking idiot.
This deal is dangerous for our democracy. Billionaires like Elon Musk play by a different set of rules than everybody else, accumulating power for their own gain. We need a wealth tax and strong rules to hold big tech accountable.
Sounds a lot like what politicians do.
What is
Take
she?
advantage of their position.
Is she a rep now?
She's senator.
Senator.
Yeah.
Wanna guess her? What is this? What is this website?
Her net worth.
According to Forbes in 2022, what her net worth is?
15.
I was gonna say 20 million.
67.
Jesus.
Yep. She's
Month
67 million.
Salary 285,000.
Yep. Yeah. But Elon is dangerous for democracy.
I'd like to know what she pays in tax.
Playing by a different set of rules. Yeah. Well, who really plays by a different set of rules? Is it fucking the politicians? That's who plays by a different set of rules. That's well documented that, you know, Nancy Pelosi and her husband are apparently the best gamblers in the entire world because they're just really good at the stock market. They definitely don't have any insider information at all.
She could actually only be worth 12. I don't know. I have conflicting info. Anyway, either way, $285,000 a year, 12 million. Yep.
Yeah,
sure.
the point stands.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. No, Liz. You know what's dangerous for democracy is when people lie about their fucking heritage to get their jobs. That's what's dangerous. You dumb fucking cunt. Yeah, I'm Native American. Yeah, so am I, actually. We're using our fake heritages now.
What did they say in Letterkenny? It's like Boomhauer or Boomtown. If you're fucking native, then I don't even know what he said.
Yeah.
It's like a bunch of white guys playing for the natives.
Oh man.
I just love hypocrisy. You know, it's beautiful to read about and see every day. It's every morning I see something new from their side. That's just a completely hypocritical statement. And then basically every single tweet and every single take I've read on this Elon thing has been 110% hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's I love it, but I don't know how they don't realize. Maybe it's just that they're spinning and they just don't realize how hypocritical and kind of just dumb they're being.
That's what it is. They're stupid.
I really do think
like they must know like this is.
I don't think they do. I think
they want everything their way.
They've gotten away with bullshit for so long.
That's just the entitlement state of mind that they're in, that they think that, hey, it should go my way. It should go our way. That, that's
like Elon Musk. So he really isn't on a team. Like he's not on a side. He doesn't pick a side, whatever. So he's not on a team. So therefore he's not on their team. So then they look and like, he's not on our team. Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't hate Trump.
Yeah. He doesn't like him either, but it doesn't matter because he doesn't hate him. Because he doesn't hate him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, and they look at I really do feel like they look at things like, well, this is the way it's always been. Like we always do this. Like we always get away with this. Like we always lie to the public and like nothing happens because we control the media. Well, now they don't control all of the media. They still control the quote mainstream media, but they don't control people on Twitter. They don't control independent news outlets like, Crystal and Sagar and anybody else like that. Like, they don't control those people. They don't control Joe Rogan, who, despite him not really liking it, he is a media person, right? Like, he's the largest fucking, I don't know if I would call him straight news, but he's the largest fucking news media personality in the country, if not the world. They don't control him. You know what I mean? So it's like, for the longest time, they controlled CNN, they controlled MSNBC. The conservative side, they controlled Fox. So either side gets their spin on things. And now there's so many news outlets that are available that aren't controlled by the fucking scumbag politicians that, well, now we're starting to see how the fucking sausage is made. And I don't want this sausage anymore because you guys are fucking gross. So
I'll take the burger.
Yeah. I'd rather eat a hot dog.
I'll just sit on the hot dog.
Oh, fun. This is totally random, but I think this is hilarious. I think you guys would both get a kick out of this. So I was talking to Nick the other day, and shout out to Nick, friend of the show. Wait, did he say this on the podcast? Stop me if he said this on the podcast. I don't know. I have so many conversations with people, but he was telling a story about mortadella. He didn't say that on the show.
So no, all he did, he tweet when I shit on mortadella,
it's okay. So it was Twitter.
So
okay.
He tweeted the story.
Yeah. So that's what it was. I talk too much. I talk to too many people. So he put it on
popularity.
He put it on Twitter that mortadella is so someone ordered the meat with the cheese in it, and he had to explain to them that that's not cheese, that's fat. And then this woman walked away disgusted. It's like she found out how the sausage is made. That whole conversation just reminded me of that. Imagine your entire, I'm assuming this woman was middle-aged. Imagine living your entire life thinking that
was cheese.
That mortadella was meat with cheese in the inside.
Or one was good. Two had cheese in it.
Yeah, it's adult baloney. We've been over that before on this show. Mortadella is adult baloney. It's fucking disgusting. So, you guys got anything else before we wrap things up? Anything you want to touch on?
You guys talk about Kyrie at all?
No, we didn't.
Just how much of a complete bitch he was.
Now, to be fair, I watched a grand total over the 4 games, probably about 12 seconds.
No, he's flipping people off. He stomped the leprechaun last year. He's say this, say that. He's fucking the all enlightened, all knowing, fucking God knows what.
Oh yeah, he's the smartest guy in the world.
And then you guys got swept.
Yeah,
sick dude.
Yeah, mad that he was being booed and heckled because of what he did, and couldn't handle it. Started flipping everybody off. Got fined. But it's just expect it.
But if you ask Woj, it was because of sports betting. That's what he literally said. That he said, and I didn't see the clip or whatever. He blames sports betting for the hostility towards Kyrie Irving.
Woj did.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Now this is obviously old guy who has no idea what he's talking about. Probably has never placed a bet in his life. Fucking nerd. And it's like, you have no idea what you're talking about. These two things don't connect. They hate him because he was an asshole. Period.
Yeah, his entire tenure in Boston was just fucking disastrous.
Well, that was the thing. So where was he when you needed him? At the very end, hurt or out.
Right.
He said he'd stay. Then he said he didn't know shit to anybody or whatever the fuck he said.
Yeah.
Then he was gone to join a super team. And then he's like the world's biggest dick. So it's like, yeah, can't handle it. Fuck him.
Comes back, stomps on the logo.
And
What do you expect?
it's so irritating too. It's like, I know like the guys are friends with each other. It's never going to be the way it was. But I saw a video of fucking Larry Bird just throwing haymakers at Bill Laimbeer. And it's like, everyone's buddy now. So you'll never get that again. But it's like, man, that would have been good.
Yeah.
Even during this series, so I watched every single game this series. So even during this series, it got really, really chippy, and it was an aggressive series. But after the game, after the series was over, they're all just boys
Yeah,
hugging,
they're all best friends.
Yeah.
like hugging, shaking hands, laughing. I'm like, come
So
on,
annoying.
Yeah.
So annoying.
Like,
give me the palace, the malice at the palace.
Yeah.
I think that's tough, man. I think you lose a little bit in sports when the players don't hate each other, right?
Yeah.
Like there was something about like early 2000s baseball with, as particular, the Red Sox and the Yankees, because you knew that they fucking hated each other. Like
Awesome.
you knew that every single member of the Red Sox roster, aside from maybe David Ortiz, because they have the whole Spanish thing, but like you knew that everyone on the Red Sox roster fucking hated A-Rod's guts. Yep. Like they hated each other, and A-Rod probably hated everybody on the Red Sox. Like that was like the vitriol was real. Like Jason Varitek, like everyone remembers like that screenshot of Varitek fucking, punching him in the face and whatever, and the whole fight, and Pedro throwing Don Zimmer to the ground. But like that was real. Like they fucking hated each other. And there was no like hugging each other at the end of a game after that. And like that was real. Like that was good. Like that was fun, right? Like that was, I don't know. Like I said, it adds an extra element to the game when you know that they fucking hate each other. Like Bruins Canadians, like that they fucking hate each other. Like after Chara hit, was it Pacioretty into the stanchion, and everyone in fucking Montreal wanted to press legal charges against Chara for the hit, and like everyone in Boston's like, fuck you. And everyone on the Bruins is like, what a bunch of pussy. Like, that's awesome. Like, that's great.
I think it still holds up in hockey.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I think that's the only sport.
It helps that we have fucking Marchmont, because he's a fucking weasel.
He's such a cunt.
He's fine because he plays for us. But
yeah,
if he didn't play for us, I would fucking hate him.
Do you remember Alex Burrows and the bite?
Oh yeah. He bit Bergeron's finger like a little bitch.
But yeah, the hatred is still there in just hockey in general. I just wish that translated to all the other sports too. But like baseball, everyone's boy, because they're all the same agents.
Yeah.
Like baseball, they're all boys. Basketball, they're all boys. Football, there might be a little bit of hatred there, just because of Tom Brady when he was on the Pats. The Pats were so good for so long that everyone just hated them.
Right.
But now, like, that it's kind of over for the Pats. There's just no more hatred in
But now you got guys like during a regular season game, they're doing jersey swaps.
Yeah.
And like taking pictures with each other. You know what I mean? Like you got Pat Mahomes and fucking, I don't know, Juju Smith-Schuster, like doing a jersey swap at the end of their game. And it's like,
yep.
Guys, like, what are you doing? Like, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird that there's no more hatred in sports.
I miss
it. Dude, even like simple, like Red Sox Yankees. I don't know what year it was, but someone said something to Pedro and he goes, well, bring me the fucking Bambino. I'll drill him in the ass. Like, I don't care. Like no one says anything like even like that anymore.
Right.
And like who's Kareem Garcia? Do you remember that one?
Oh my God. I'm going to say I fucking hate Kareem Garcia.
Yeah. Who's Kareem Garcia?
Yeah. I can see his face.
Oh yeah. No,
yeah.
That's a guy who only ate mortadella.
Yes. He was disgusting.
Yeah.
Gino Spumoni.
Oh my God. That's a name. Holy shit.
Wow. Yeah, that. It's just it's not there, right? And I know we were just talking about like Boston sports, but if you think about like the Pistons, right back in like the 90s, which I know was going a little bit further back, but like they fucking hated everybody. Even in the 2000s, what was it, the 2005 Pistons team?
They won in 04.
Well, to the 04, yeah.
They
Like
beat the Lakers somehow.
like they were fucking
All right.
they were assholes. You know what I mean? Like they hated everybody and everybody hated them. Like there's no hateful team in sports anymore. Like even the Bruins, like I know there is still like that hatred in hockey, but like the Bruins, like, we talk about it because we're from here and around here, but there's no more big bad Bruins, right? Like they're not the big bad Bruins
It's
anymore.
a different game.
It's not, you don't have guys like Sean Thornton and Milan Lucic and, before his brains were scrambled, Mark Savard. Like you don't have those guys that are going to come and fuck you up.
Nope.
Or Johnny Boychuk, like Adam McQuaid. Like,
Well, how about anyone with a set of balls?
Yeah. Yeah. Like I don't know. It's just, it's changed, I guess. It's weird. It is weird to see. Because then, especially as a fan, you're like, are you really trying that hard? I guess, you look at it like, well, that's your boy, right? Like that's your buddy.
It is slightly different now that everything's a little bit more national, international. So like,
yeah,
especially basketball, like, dude, these kids play each other all the time. Like their entire lives, they've been playing each other. And then they go and they do their 1 year of college and then they get drafted and then they're in the NBA. It's like, you really can't hate these people that you like see.
Well, so they call them the AAU kids
every time.
Yeah.
All the AAU kids, they've all played together for the last 5 years before they get to the league. And then they're all best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we'll ever see that type of vitriol and kind of just hatred ever again, sadly.
Yeah. That early 2000s Red Sox Yankees rivalry was fucking nails. That's still one of my favorite things, when Pedro just threw Don Zimmer to the ground, just didn't give a fuck. It's like, oh, there's this old 70-year-old guy running at me. Yeah, get the fuck. Oh, he just Olayed him.
Yeah.
It's like the most incredible visual. He just grabs the bald head, throws him down.
Yeah.
Yes. It's awesome.
Yep. So, all right. Well, I think it's about that time. Start wrapping things up here. So, Eric, you got a final thought?
Yes. So I was thinking over the weekend, I indulged in some adult beverages one night. Next morning, I don't really get bad hangovers anymore, but I more so get that anxiety. And that seems to be a new thing. Like never really happened in my 20s, but now I'm in my 30s. The anxiety is getting worse and worse with age, and I don't know why, but I find it much, much more unbearable than a hangover. It's a crippling, like fucking, like you did something wrong, or I don't know what the hell it is, but the anxiety, man, that's so much worse, and it's getting worse with age, and it's just, I'd rather be hungover. I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but I don't really get that bad of hangovers anymore. It's more so the anxiety, and it's killing me, and I hate it. But I'm not gonna stop drinking. So,
well, I mean, why would you?
Yeah, you're not going to be able to figure it out if you stop drinking.
Yeah.
No, I've definitely felt it. I usually get it. I usually get that though more on like a bender. So it's like day 3, day 2, bachelor party weekend, whatever. That's when I'll usually get it bad. And it's like, yeah, it just sucks. Like it's so it's super fucking annoying because it's like, it usually combines like, so I'll get it on this Sunday because we're going to Nashville. So I'm going to be on a flight and I know it's like, oh, got to get back, got to get back home. If I go to the grocery store, got to get food ready. And it's like back to work Monday. Like we're back at it. So it's like trying to make sure I get everything done. I mean, I don't do well with that anyway. So, like I would probably freak out if anyone actually asked me to have any real tasks on a Sunday. It's like, well, no, it's Sunday. I got to do all this shit.
Yeah, I do. I'm literally the same way. Like I could have nothing to do on a Sunday, but if someone's like, oh, you want to go do something on Sunday? I'm like, dude, I don't know. Unless it's golf. Like I'll play golf because it's usually done early.
Yeah.
But if someone's like asking to like actively go do something on a Sunday, I have the exact same reaction. It's totally irrational. It's like I have nothing to do, but I'm like, no, I can't do something on a Sunday. Like it's Sunday. Like I have so much other things to do. I have nothing to do.
Sit there and do nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Sit there on
nothing,
the couch.
Nothing.
Yeah. That's why hangover essentials include blankets, more blankets and less blankets.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why I need this blanket. It's the middle of summer, but I need it right now.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that's going to keep me like centered.
Nice weighted blanket.
Oh, I love weighted blankets.
I don't utilize ours as much as I probably should. Probably because I have to go get it and it's heavy. Some people like the weighted blanket, like can't breathe in that thing. It's claustrophobic. I'm like, brother, you probably shouldn't fucking own that thing if that's the case.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that it's heavy, but it ain't that heavy.
Yeah,
it's not 100 pounds.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a cinder block on your chest. It's fucking 20 pounds dispersed in a whole blanket.
Yeah.
Your actual pressure, like fucking PSI, is like 6.
Yeah. It's like it's not that bad.
No, the hangovers are bad. The anxiety with it, for me, it's very dependent on what I have going on and really how bad I got after it too. Because it's like if I wake up and don't know what happened, it's like, oh shit, I got to piece together last night, and it's like,
yeah, that's the worst.
That's the worst.
What did I say? Who did I talk to? What dumb shit did I say? Like,
yeah. I get to the point now where like if that happens, I'm like, don't fucking tell me. I don't want to know.
Burn the tapes.
Like, I don't care. Exactly.
Dude,
burn the tapes.
I don't get why people. So okay, like everyone blacks out here and there, right?
Yep.
Right.
I don't get why people find it amusing to explain to you what you did, what you said, how you were.
Yeah.
What you were doing.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
Yeah. It's like, listen,
Mike.
Yeah.
I forgot that for a reason. Like,
yeah. It's like, listen, what I did when I blacked out is none of my business. All right. Like, don't fucking
that's evil, Eric.
Don't rehash it. Like, let it just like Bob said, burn the tapes. Like, you don't need to tell me what I did.
You're like, I just hit mute. You don't need to know what I just said. I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what I did last time.
Yeah.
Or what I said.
Yeah. Don't give me the fucking play-by-play. All right.
But the people who don't black out or didn't that night and you did, they like live to tell you.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They're like, oh my God, you should have seen yourself do this.
Yeah. Can you believe you did this or you said that? Like, yeah, actually, I can.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Say a lot of dumb shit. Do a lot of dumb shit.
Yep.
I fall asleep in places like it happens.
Yeah.
Now leave me alone to my weighted blanket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So my final thought, I'm gonna stick with the hypocrisy angle. So obviously, like the Saudis are back in the golf league, the Live Golf League, whatever, and it's in the news because Phil put in his request for a leave to play in one of the events because when you are a PGA Tour member, in order to play a non-PGA Tour event while a PGA Tour event is being played, you need to get a release. So he applied for a release to play in the first Live golf event. And like all media, the golf media, everyone's a pussy. And it's like, how could you do this? How could you Saudi Arabia, they're despicable. That's blood money. Like, you can't accept their money. Well, the Ladies European Tour had an event in Saudi Arabia with a nice purse, but that's okay because they need the money. So, because the men in the PGA Tour, perceptually, the perception is they don't need the money.
Right.
They're doing it for greed. That's the perception. But because the Ladies European Tour, they need the money because they don't make a lot and their purses are small. So it's okay. We can look past that. The ladies event, the women, the problem with Saudi Arabia. The main issue with Saudi Arabia is women's rights. And they're giving money to a women's event. And it's cool because they need it. And they probably do. But when it's here, you're a piece of shit if you want to go play with money backed by the Saudis. And how could you? How could you?
Oh, where did that money come from?
Yeah. How could you? You know where the money came from? Fucking us. Because how does Saudi Arabia make all their money? What do they sell? How do they make money?
Earl.
Yes.
Oh.
Who buys their oil? Everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone buys their oil. So they're not sitting there going up to people, robbing them, and then cutting their head off.
They're not playing Grand Theft Auto. They're not accumulating money for every person that they kill.
No. Your countries, because obviously golf is very popular here and in Europe, your countries fund Saudi Arabia.
Constantly.
Who then are trying to fund this golf league. It's you and your country, not them. Like I said, they don't get, $1 million for every person they behead or every fucking gay person they execute or every woman that's not allowed to drive. There's no stipend for that. It's your money from your country that's buying their oil, that's giving them the cash to do this. So yeah, it's not their money.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's struggling league. Oh, good. Nah, PJ Tour. No, you guys are greedy. Yeah. Well, ask a mini tour guy how they're doing. It's pretty good. Or a Corn Ferry guy. Corn Ferry guy won like 3 times last year and won like 600,000.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, sick.
All right. So for my final thought, this could get interesting. We're 2 minutes away from 9. So Spencer and this cyber guy could just show
let's
up.
go.
So for
now
my final
thought,
my final thought is has to do with a few episodes now in a row on this show. We've been doing a lot of callbacks to some previous episodes that we've done throughout our history at Sarcasm Speaks. Well, my final thought today has a little bit to do with that, because on this show, probably like 2.5 years ago at this point, I went on the record and I said that baseball was going to disappear and that football was going to die and that soccer was going to take over
with
lacrosse.
Now, when was this supposed to happen?
Oh, I don't know. I was just talking out of my ass. Yeah, I was being
no. When you said that, would you have expected it to happen by now?
No. I think I probably said 20 years. Like I think it was probably 20 years.
Okay, go on.
So, with that being said, there is a new fastest growing sport in America, and it's continuing to attract new players. That sport is pickleball.
Let's go.
Dude, the people are going nuts for this right now.
People are shitting their pants over pickleball. It is the fastest growing sport, and people like Mark Lasry, who I don't know who that is, Tom Dundon, who I don't know who that it is, and Gary Vaynerchuk, who I do know who that is, have all made sizable investments in the sport. Lifetime Health Clubs are building 700 new courts across the country and hosting tournaments. Is this like there's this whole article,
dude? People can't wait to try to find property, even locally,
pickleball.
To do. They just want to do pickleball courts. There's this massive basketball court like facility, and they're fucking literally taping it up for pickleball.
So there's a massive pickleball scene in Austin, Texas. Remember when
I saw it
when we walked by it?
I didn't even know what the sport was or sport. Let's take this easy. As a guy who's a 2-time
Hobby.
All-American in ultimate frisbee, it's a fucking activity. So ultimate frisbee, dumb activity. Pickleball, never played it, so I'm not going to give a grade on it, but it's an activity. It's a fucking hobby. It's leisure.
4.8 million players in the US.
Wow.
Fuck.
Registered.
Wow. Registered.
Dude, we should go pro in pickleball.
Yeah.
And maybe it'll be the same deal as ultimate frisbee back when I could have taken my talents professionally.
Jesus.
Where it was $150 a weekend and you paid all your own shit. So games in Philly, you're going to Philly and you get $150. I'm like, it costs more than $150 to go to Philly.
Skechers is making a signature shoe.
Wow.
Of course they are, because it's all old people.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, that's why the basketball court's taping up, because they're doing pickleball during the day when people are like adults are around, and then the kids are in at night.
Yeah. So here we go. Pickleball might overtake one of these sports.
Pickleball might overtake disc golf if it's lucky.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been less interested in something than disc golf.
So again, I mean, I'm pretty elite at throwing a frisbee. I mean, you don't get to the top the way I did. I hate disc golf. It's like, I know I play regular golf, so it probably covers the itch, and they're probably too similar. But I just hate the idea that the fucking, like, when I played, there was a living organism with arms and legs that could run, and like I could throw to an area, whatever.
Yeah.
And like curve it, whatever, do whatever I needed to do, and someone would go grab it, and that would be like how we scored. I just hate that it's a fucking stationary target.
Like, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, I just hate that it's like, oh, throw to this stationary target in the fucking woods. It's like, fuck this.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to see this, but there's like this massive complex being built in Charlotte, North Carolina for pickleball, 27,000 square feet, 1.9 acres.
Jesus. That is no joke.
5 indoor courts, 5 outdoor courts, full service restaurant.
Think the cigar bar is going to sponsor it?
Yeah. You guys want to go to the cigar bar?
Sarcasm
I'm going
speaks.
there. I'm going there when I have to go to Charlotte this year.
The cigar bar? Why wouldn't you? We're members.
I mean, I have a fucking I paid for a membership, so
You guys need to become the official podcast of pickleball.
yeah, we could actually. We could do a quick pivot. Add an extra show, just have someone else do it, because I don't know anything about pickleball.
Nothing.
So have either of you played ever or tried it?
Never.
So
I couldn't tell you the first thing about it.
So there's courts in the summertime down in Assembly.
Of course.
Obviously, yeah.
I mean, live broadcast.
Just set up. Oh man, that would be hysterical.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're here at the New England Championships of Pickleball. Oh wow, how'd you get in there? Well, we made it up.
Yeah, we had to apply for a press pass.
We should do that. We should start a fake tournament.
Yeah.
Or like give it some like crazy ass name, like like either like New England Championships or the New England Masters of Pickleball, whatever.
Yeah, just
like,
invite people. It works for Firefest.
We just gotta get space. Well, no, you just fucking crown a winner, and it's easy.
Yeah.
As long as a winner is crowned, you have a legitimate operation.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, like it worked for, like, Firefest was a complete sham. Like, all we have to do is just invite people and they'll show up, like, because they'll do it. Buy one of those presents. Like $12 trophies, or just repurpose like an old like karate trophy.
I'll just take what I did for the Evolution Cup. I'll just spray paint a fucking rum jug.
Oh yeah, that works too. So there we have it, everyone. Watch out for pickleball. I got to learn the rules.
America's next big sport.
Yep. Watch out, NFL. Well, it looks like maybe Spencer postponed his show, because imagine that. He was telling me I was scared to jump on. He's scared to do a solo show.
Scared to do his own show. What a fucking what a fucking
Unless the guy backed out on him.
Yeah, he could have.
Or they're doing 9:15, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit in here until they come. They're like, who the fuck is this guy?
Oh, you sent me the link, don't you know? That's the funny thing too, right? Because anyone we've sent the link to,
Yeah, they can just hop back in.
can get back in and during a reality tonic show, which is pretty funny too. So thank you guys for watching. If you're on YouTube, click the thumbs up, subscribe, rate, review, wherever you're listening to. If you're an audio only guy or gal or Zer or G, although I'm willing to bet if you're a Zer, you don't listen to this show. So
no, we've probably offended you 40 times over and you're good.
Yeah, you're all set with us. So that's fine. Tell everybody you know about the show. Thank you to mybookie.com. Use the promo code SarcasmPod when you sign up to double your first deposit up to $1,000. Also, go to grillyourassoff.com. Use the same promo code SarcasmPod when you check out. Every single time you check out, 15% off your entire order. Can confirm, I think I said this in the last episode, the hot sauce, fucking delicious. So they got a brand new hot sauce at grillyourassoff.com. You can use our promo code SarcasmPod and you get 15% off when you buy it. You can get us on Twitter at sarcasm_speaks, on Instagram at sarcasmspeakspod. Facebook is Sarcasm Speaks, the website sarcasmspeaks.com. Go to the merch store, buy some shit. And until next time.